And I guess one thing, which is the same for Stain Boy as it is for, the Corpse Bride, is that actually it's not just about the visuals. The sound is so important. I don't just mean the music, but like the actual sound design. The sound of a squelchy Wellington boot or whatever. Whatever it might be.
I mean, you ever seen those films where they show you like doing Foley and stuff,
Yes.
where they use it, like smash a pumpkin or do whatever. It's again, that's part of the fun of making movies, is those kind of techniques that you do sound or.
And are you actively thinking about that when you're making the film, about what the sound actually?
I think so. Sometimes when you're drawing, or even I don't know, as an animator, I don't animate much anymore, but as a drawing, you kind of make sounds when you're drawing sometimes. Just I don't know if it has to do with the drawing or you're just making sounds, but they do kind of go hand in hand sometimes.
And one of the things we talked a lot about at the stop motion season we did last year was about the fact that stop motion animators and animators generally are kind of like actors in their own right, because they are, apart from the voice, which is going to a professional actor potentially, they're having to move all the limbs and how they walk and make those decisions about how is this character going to move from there to there and how are they going to do it. And you're acting it yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I think all animators are, though. I mean, whether you're drawing or computer or stop motion, I think you're acting out the character. I mean, I remember doing Disney, watching the animators do the drawing stuff. They have mirrors and they would actually be acting as they're drawing as well. So, but it is true, doing that and moving it, you're putting some of your own energy and your old self and soul into what's moving around. So it's also then when you see it come to life, it's quite exciting, because it's like an animate object coming to life.
And when you're directing an actor who is in an animated film, do they normally have a visual that they can work with it, or you having to deliver that yourself,
they'll have a drawing or some kind of we'll have a model, So usually by that point there'll be like a model and a few like.
And a lot of the time they're not necessarily acting against the people either.
No. So not, I mean, in my case, a couple of times, but usually not. I mean, there would be a few times when I'd have people in the room at the same time, but oftentimes whoever you can get, sometimes that's not, availabilities are an issue. So usually it's alone.
And when you were going into, say, Corpse Bride, did you have in your mind who you wanted to use for the different roles, or did you go through the normal casting process?
Well, no. I mean, honestly, I felt very lucky. It's like if you just read that cast list, it's pretty incredible. So I was just very lucky. Everybody